Welcome to my kitchen. As I'm getting ready, we are going to make white chocolate cranberry cookies today. And I am making a half a batch because there's only 2 of us and we don't need 3 dozen cookies. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am going to use my mixer behind me. So I'm gonna turn this just a little bit and I'll kind of walk you through this. We're gonna go back and forth between 2 different areas. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. So you need 6 tablespoons of, and I'm not ready, so just kind of follow me along. 6 tablespoons of butter. So I just lightly melted it in the microwave so I could get that going, because I'm not very good at planning ahead. Otherwise you can leave it out on the counter. Now when I'm doing a ton of Christmas baking, I'll just leave butter out on the counter because I just go through so incredibly much of that. Okay, we need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar and a 1/4 cup of white sugar. And I have a dog underneath me. That's why I'm stepping around her. I have a black lab, I'll show you in just a second. She's old granny, she's old. And then a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Okay, we do that. Now we need orange zest. So I have an orange, actually an orange I wasn't, sorry about that, real happy with from Aldi's. So I'm going to just use this and I'm gonna just zest it right into the pan. So I need 1 teaspoon, so it's really not that much. And cranberries and oranges just go together so good. Okay, probably got enough there. Okay. All right, so I got my orange zest, so I got that done. And then we need a teaspoon of vanilla. One teaspoon of vanilla. And then we need 1 cup of flour. Actually, I'm gonna cream this together and I'm gonna grab 1 egg. So I'll grab an egg. Well, you're gonna have to move just a little bit so I can keep this going. Okay, I'm gonna add my egg. Oh, jeez, don't do that. Don't do that in your own home. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Throw that. So you can make this dough ahead of time if you want to, and just put it in your freezer if you're short on time for Christmas cookies or Thanksgiving cookies. Just you want to wrap it in plastic wrap. All right, we need 1 cup of flour. The cranberries just absolutely make this recipe shine. I put all this away after I'm done. And then baking powder, we need a 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, so now while that is going, we're gonna get our cranberries ready. So we're gonna come back over here into my mess of cranberries. So these have already been washed. And we're gonna just lightly chop them. And I need about a cup. About a cup. So this is what, they just like fly all over. Okay. So I'm just gonna like lightly cut some of these into smaller pieces. And you kind of got to do it like this. You could probably use like your cutter too, but I only need a cup of them, so I'm just gonna probably pause the video because I have cranberries going everywhere. I don't have a production company to like stop everything whenever I need to fix something, so you're gonna get non-production oriented videos. You can use dried cranberries. Okay, somebody's gonna ask me that question. Yes, you can use dried cranberries if you would like. All right, so I'm gonna finish that off the camera. About a half a cup of white chocolate chips, so I'm using the Toll House. So I'm gonna put those in the mixer. About a half a cup. I know I went off camera, but I'm gonna try really hard to not eat the dough. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the cranberries that I have cut up. I'm gonna pause this for just a second because, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these in, but the beater will beat a few of these up even smaller. So I'll finish just cutting these. Oh yeah, preheat your oven to 350 too while this is all happening, if you're gonna bake them right away. This is a great way to use up leftover cranberries too. This time of the year, I always have cranberries. Okay, so I'm gonna put these right in my mixer. So if you wanna follow back over here, I need like multiple camera angles. Okay, so I'm just gonna lift this up and I'm gonna put these in here. Oops. Oh, I had one fall on the floor. See if the dog likes cranberries. I don't think you're gonna like them. They're probably too sour. Okay, so then we're just gonna beat these up. And if you give it just a little bit extra of an oomph, it'll beat some of those cranberries up just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this dough. Ooh, doesn't that look good? Yeah. My drawer is too full. All right, I'm gonna show you this dough. These are amazing. Okay, so here's the dough. Doesn't that look good? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're gonna bake them at 12 to 15 minutes for 350 degrees. So I am going to use a cookie scoop. And this is one of my best things I can tell you if you have a teenage or like a young adult daughter or a son that loves to bake. These are like the best, these cookie scoops. I sold a ton of these last year at Christmas time. So then you just make the even cookies like this. They're so pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing this and not make you watch me do this, and I'm gonna show you what these look like as soon as they come out of the oven. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of sanding sugar on the top. So I'm gonna show you that because cranberries and, okay, we'll just hold on, let me get this. Cranberries and the sanding sugar just go so good at Christmas time. Okay, so I'm gonna grab it and I'll show you what it looks like. It's called Sugar in the Raw. So I'm just gonna lightly sprinkle a little bit in my hand. It's like a brown raw sugar. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on the top of these. It just gives it that extra oomph. All right, I'm gonna bake them in the oven, 350, 12 to 15 minutes, and then we'll give it a try, and then I'll be back to show you what they look like when we're done. Okay, these are the cookies, like right out of the oven. They are super soft, yummy, and those cranberries just pop out of these cookies. So I encourage you to try them.